What is the actual worst anime of all time? It's not unusual for anime fans to call just about any series the worst anime of all time. We're talking about trolls or haters, those who call series like Boruto or One Piece or Attack on Titan as the worst anime of all time just because Boruto is slow and One Piece is long and Attack on Titan didn't end the way they expected. But we're not going to talk about those biased takes. What we're going to talk about are the actual worst animes of all time. Number 7, Gibi-8. At the first one we have Gibi-8. It's the lowest rated anime series that also has full-length episodes. Right now, as I'm writing the script, Gibi-8 has a 3.81 rating on my anime list, which is definitely not ideal for a 12 episode series where each episode is also 24 minutes long. What is it about it though? Well, the same old monster apocalypse scenario. The story takes place in the future, where a disease has started turning people into monsters. For some reason, a ninja and a samurai from centuries ago appear in this time period, and they start helping a lady work on a cure. Overall, it's dripping with CGI, bad characters, hollow plot, and nonsensical. The only thing interesting about it was how it came back when COVID was in bloom. It was funny to have an anime where a virus was turning people into monsters. Number 6, Xarm. Well, the anime we have next is also something that came out relatively recently. It's Xarm from 2021. Honestly, you have to feel bad for the manga artist. The thing is, unlike the awful anime adaptations, the manga was actually pretty good. It actually felt like a decent story, but then Crunchyroll received a green light for an anime adaptation. They went with a new studio that completely butchered it all. Completely? As for the story, it takes place in the year 2014. A guy named Akira has been in a 16-year-old coma, and so when he wakes up, he finds himself in a machine. A police officer named Minami Uezono and her android partner, Alma, are the first to converse with him. They reveal that his brain contains a device called an Xarm. What is Xarm? It's a weapon of mass destruction far more terrifying than your average nuke. The plot is interesting enough, right? So what went wrong? It's the animation and the horrendous use of CGI. It's so bad, it actually looks like a shitpost. No, seriously, just show a minute or two of the show to anyone, they would think it's a meme. Nobody would take it seriously. Now imagine you're a manga artist whose manga finally got adapted into an anime, but the anime adaptation is basically a shitpost. Would you laugh or would you cry yourself to sleep? Number 5, Hanoka. Moving on, we have Hanoka. Some extraterrestrials known as the Citizens of the Stars appeared on a planet of humans and started causing chaos and havoc. It was a mess, and in order to fight these people, the military kickstarted the Majin Project. Basically, the intention is to create hybrids between humans and these aliens. One of those hybrids is Majin number 7. She was kept under lock because that's what the military does, isn't it? One day, the aliens attack again, and she's released to fight them, but she is not sure. She's not sure if she should be using her abilities like that. Keep in mind that this girl is absurdly overpowered. She is just not sure. However, when a boy tells her that she must keep moving forward, that she must give her heart and fight for her freedom, she goes ahead and kills all the aliens. The two of them set out on a journey together. It's too silly to be taken seriously. There are 12 episodes, but each one of them is just 5 minutes long. The story is as mid and basic as it could reasonably be. The animation is weak as you can expect, and the characters are hollow. That's it, isn't it? Guys, if you want to make a half-decent anime, just make sure the anime is decent and the characters is well written. That's all it takes.
いつになったら仕事するんですか？どうせなら未解決事件をこのまま当分の世界に浸っていたい。本当ダメ人間だ。
Number 4, Vampire Holmes. Next we have the Vampire Holmes. Kind of intriguing because in this anime the great detective Holmes doesn't do detective work. Instead, he hunts vampires. And he is not competent either. He and his partner just spend most of their time arguing about useless stuff instead of actually trying to solve the case. It could be funny, but the studio dropped the ball hard when it came to the animation and pretty much every other aspect. There is one actual funny joke in the story and one that you may consider decent. The rest is pure garbage. It takes a special kind of competence to drop the ball this hard. Not that anyone should have expected much, it's the anime adaptation of a game after all.
帰りなさい。赤い蝶を見る前に。
Number 3, Pupa. Moving on, we have Pupa at number 3, and this is the kind of anime that makes you feel the same kind of disgust as you watch School Days. Don't ask me why, it has no similarities with School Days, but it will make you feel the same kind of disgust. That's what it did to me. The story follows two siblings who were abused and abandoned by their parents. Out in the world, the sister named Yume succumbs to a virus known as Pupa and becomes an ugly, monstrous creature who seeks to eat flesh all the time. Her brother Utsutsu is also affected, but in a different way. He gets regenerative powers instead. Now, how will he protect and save his sister not just from the rest but also from herself? He would sacrifice his own body so that his sister can have a meal, and then again, it could have been good if the episodes weren't just 4 minutes long. There wasn't heavy censoring consider how it's horror, and the animation wasn't hopeless. Number 2, Mars of Destruction. At number 2, we have Mars of Destruction. Well, Mars burns up after an investigation, and unusual creatures called Ancients start pulling up all through Tokyo. You can't kill them with ordinary weapons, and they are not here for peace. Scientists come up with the Mars suit that can only be worn by mentally unstable teenagers, and that's about it for the story. Again, cliche plot, but the shaking camera, horrible character designs, and horrific animation are the icing on the cake. There are no words. It can't get any worse than this, right? It truly is the worst anime of all time, right? Well, I'm afraid there's another anime that's even worse, and this one came a year before Mars of Destruction. Number 1, Tenkyu Danzai Skelter plus Heaven. At number 1, we have Skelter Heaven, objectively the worst anime ever made. Though I'd admit it's so bad, it's actually kind of fun. On one hand, you have these mysterious apocalyptic entities entering Tokyo, and on the other hand, the facility is running some kinky protocol on girls. It's insane. It's only an episode long. It isn't even about the animation or the character designs or the CGI. It's simply hard to believe that actual human beings produced this anime. It's so bad it doesn't even make sense. And that is why you also kind of end up laughing and enjoying the show. Do I recommend it though? Yes, absolutely 100% yes. You're going to have one hell of a time. And that's about it for this video, guys. These were the actual worst anime series of all time. Feel free to add any other animes that you believe should be in this video. Let's continue this list in the comments section. As always, a like and subscribe will be most welcome, and if you're feeling particularly giddy about these anime recommendations, that super thanks button is always ready to be pressed by you at any moment now. Yep, any and all support is genuinely appreciated, and with that said, I'll see you guys on my next video.